Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into my YouTube channel. Today I want to do a quick video. It's out of the My Setup series playlist. Basically, I'm going to go over my all-purpose spinning rod setup. This is something that I think you could literally use for shaky heads, drop shots, wacky rigs, Neko rigs, Ned rigs. Just runs the gamut. Now I think there's times when you could add some length to the rod or give a little bit more on the power end of things. You might step up in action and different things like that. But day in, day out, if you've got to have a couple spinning rods in the boat, this is an outfit that you're gonna want. Before I get right into it, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. So I recently got this brand new Lose Hypermag spinning reel. And I want to set it up, I want to get it all lined out, and so I thought I'd do a quick video on my setup for an all-purpose spinning type outfit. I'm pretty excited about this spinning reel. It's going to be a premier spinning outfit. I like the ones that I'm using currently, but man, when it comes to stepping up your game, I'll tell you, this is what you want for light line finesse type applications. A very cool looking reel. Kind of futuristic looking, definitely raising the bar on some of the Lose spinning equipment. Super smooth drag, just all the things that you're going to want for feels like turning the reel handle just like butter. Looking forward to actually spooling it up, getting out there on the water and catching a few fish with it. I'm going to go ahead and spool up with some 10-pound high-vis Strike King tour grade braided line. I like high vis because whenever I'm finesse fishing, I'm a line watcher. And if you're not a line watcher, you probably should start thinking about being a line watcher, because it makes a big difference you're not always gonna be able to feel the strikes, but it makes a big difference in the number of bites that you're gonna detect, so to speak. You'll be able to set the hook on some fish that you never knew were on there, just because whenever it's a finesse type application, those bites can be super light, and you'll just never know they're there unless you're watching the line. So whenever I'm spooling up braid, I'm gonna go ahead and just run it through the big guide right there. I think they call that the stripper guide for casting reels. I'm not sure what they call them on spinning reel or spinning outfits. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just tie just a knot on there. And just choose a knot that's gonna work to kind of cinch down that line and make sure that it's not moving anywhere. I'm gonna make sure that I cinch it right down on the spool. Oh, one of the things before you tie your line onto the spool, make sure you open your bail, because sometimes you'll just tie your line onto the spool and it's not gonna work at all. So open your bail, I did that already. Then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that down, trim that tag in nice and tight. Got that out of there. And then I am going to start, put a couple of wraps of line on there. Once I've got a few wraps of line on there, see if you can see that, then I can go ahead and tighten it down and just make for sure that when force is applied, it's not gonna slip, like the line's not gonna slip on the spool. That's the most important thing there. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take the spool out of the box and run either a pencil, and I'm gonna just put it between my knees. And I'm gonna wanna make sure that the line is coming over the top of the spool. And what I mean by that is like that. It's coming over the top. I don't want it coming out from underneath. Start cranking on some line. And one of the things too is just gonna make sure my drag's tight and pull on it just to make for sure that it's not gonna slip once, I'm fighting a fish, that braid is wrapped on the spool nice and tight. I'm just gonna go ahead and, without burning my fingers too bad, just start from the very base and go all the way on. If you have some old line, I would suggest using some, a filler on the back there of the spool. So that way using a lot of brand new line just as a base on the spinning reel. Now on 10-pound test, it's like maybe 6-pound diameter, I think, on this Strike King tour grade braid. And so that's gonna take a while. The cool thing about this reel is there's a spot on the spool that tells you kind of when to stop. See that little line right there? Kind of shows you You know, don't go past that, because you don't want to overfill it too bad, because if you overfill it, then you're going to have more of a tendency for wind knots and different things like that. So you don't want that. I'm also applying tension right here on my fingers, right here. I'm running the line through here as I'm winding it on. Some people say 1/8 or 1/16 of an inch from the lip of the spool, but right now I'm thinking that's about right. Hopefully you can see that. That's about right. I may have overfilled it just a hair there. That's okay though. And with the high-vis braid, I'm not too concerned about fish seeing it as much, because I'm gonna run, say, an 8 to 10 pound test fluorocarbon leader on this. I'm not gonna go into tying on a leader on this, but I'm gonna go into the outfit. So this is a 3000 size spool. Yeah, it's like or 300 size spool, I should say. So it's a larger spinning reel, and I like that. Has a tendency to have less wind knots, less kink or less twist on the line. So I like a larger spinning reel, especially for bass. So a 300, some people would call it a 3000 size. And then the rod that I like a 7-foot medium action, or a medium power extra fast action or a fast action. The extra fast means that the tip is going to bend, you know, right up there a little bit, and then the fast is going to actually bend down into the blank some more. Either are good. If you want a little bit more tip, the extra fast. If you want less tip and more of the action going throughout the blank, then go with a traditional fast action. But 7-foot medium action, it's just a great all around. You can throw lightweight drop shots, lightweight shaky heads, lightweight Ned rigs, different things like that. But that's really it. And I'm going to go ahead and put some gamma edge fluorocarbon with an FG knot junction. And if you're interested in that FG knot, take a look at my playlist under knots, and you'll see how I tie that FG knot. And then I'm just going to tie whatever finesse bait I want on there. But that's my all-purpose setup for spinning outfits for finesse type lines, finesse type techniques, shaky heads, Neko rigs, drop shots, Ned rigs, and wacky rigs. So just the whole gamut, fish it all, one rod. It's an all-purpose, day in, day out. This will get the job done for finesse type tactics. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. Until next time, good fishing.